A lot of people were asking me why I'm moving to Bali, and why I'm just like packing up and leaving, and I just quit my job. And the short answer is that I wanted to. Indonesia at the beginning of December, I left everything behind and packed up my suitcases and just brought everything over. Probably don't know though is that I decided to put my trust into someone that I definitely shouldn't have.
Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. Now, this video is a proof that women are willing to do anything for a man. Like a woman could literally kill herself for a man. And I say so because I saw this beautiful, pretty lady who was willing, or who literally gave it all for a man. And I'm wondering why? And I saw the picture of the man, I think, and I'm like, is this him? Why? So let me take you guys through the story. So according to this young lady, she was kicking it with a man, and this man, at a point in her life, she decided to sell everything she owned and give out the ones she could give out, and then she moved to be with this man, and the relationship couldn't even withstand the test of times. It ended, and he literally sent her out of his house. And right now, she's back to square one. You guys, I won't say so much. I want us to go watch this video, and I'll be back with my thoughts.
A lot of people were asking me why I'm moving to Bali, and why I'm just like packing up and leaving, and I just quit my job. And the short answer is that I wanted to, and the long answer is hey, story time about being homeless in Indonesia, life update about what I'm doing and where I'm at now. Also just let you guys know that I'm like all safe and okay. Sorry if I worried anyone. So as you may or may not know, I made the decision to move to Bali, Indonesia at the beginning of December. I left everything behind and packed up my suitcases and just brought everything over. Probably don't know though is that I decided to put my trust into someone that I definitely shouldn't have. That led to me getting pretty severely betrayed by this person and had to leave where I was living in the middle of the night abruptly. So after I left, it was about 4 in the morning, and I went to a cafe and just kind of just like reevaluated everything. I had everything I owned with me. What do I even do? I booked an Airbnb. I couldn't check in till like 2, so I went to the gym with all my stuff and like showered and like just kind of got myself together. I went to this Airbnb. Oh my goodness. Never in my life have I experienced something so just like mind altering. I am a pretty independent person, right? And I had fully planned and been aware that this situation with this person may not work out, and that's okay. I, lived alone for 3 years. I've started from scratch by myself before. I've moved by myself before. I've done it. I was not like worried, like, what if it doesn't work out? What will I do? Because I fully had the confidence that I'd be able to handle that. What I didn't take into consideration though was what betrayal does to your body. Just everything was scary and foreign. I had so much hypervigilance. I didn't want to go outside the front door. I was scared to cross the street. Talking to people, seeing people brought me so much anxiety. I felt like I couldn't move. So I kind of didn't. It was literally giving Bella from Twilight New Moon when Edward leaves her and she's just staring out that window for months. You guys know what I'm talking about. Except I wasn't at my dad's house in Forks. I was by myself in a foreign country, not able to take care of myself. I was not eating, not sleeping, not drinking water for days. As someone who like loves going to the gym, who loves eating, loves sleep, such a wild experience. That is what trauma and betrayal does to your mind and brain. Like, it's so crazy. Basically, I was at this Airbnb for a few days. I'm gonna stay here and try to heal and try to get back on track so that I can go and find my own apartment somewhere in Bali. But by the time it was time for me to check out, I had not properly looked at Airbnbs. I hadn't organized anything because I wasn't able to do anything. I was like, honestly, I should probably get out of this town that I'm in and just go try to do it somewhere in a different town, because I feel like this town is just giving me too much anxiety. Okay, I'll check out of this Airbnb, book an Airbnb in a different town, and I'll take a car there, go try to restart my life there. Car comes and it's like an hour drive. I requested this Airbnb, but like it didn't pick up my request. Like it didn't like confirm any details, but I was like, it still could just confirm later. It is New Year's Eve, so like maybe like it just needs some time. We get to this destination, or I thought we got to the destination, but the driver stops in the middle of this intersection with this road blocked off, and it's chaos because it's New Year's Eve. It's super busy, there's so much traffic, and like there's a huge blockage on the road. Driver is like trying to go down this road because that's apparently where my Airbnb is, but he can't. He gets out of the car and he's like talking to people, and he comes back and he's like, hey, I can't drive down there, you're gonna have to walk. It's only like a couple 100 meters away. Mind you, I've got 3 huge suitcases, like everything I own with me. It's not exactly easy for me to get over there. So you know what, that's okay, I will figure it out. So I got all my suitcases out of the car and just start dragging them. And I tried to drag them on the sidewalk, right? However, sidewalks were unfinished in this area, like all bumpy and cracked, and I couldn't drag them on the sidewalk. So I resorted to dragging all of the suitcases on the road. Mind you, it's 30 degrees out, it's hot, packed with traffic. Scooters and motorcycles were coming my direction. I was like, just go around. I can't right now. I'm looking for this Airbnb and I can't find it. The guy said it was this direction, but there's nothing. It just dragged all this stuff so far. And then I'm like, even if I find it, it didn't even confirm my request to pick it up. If I find it, I won't even be able to properly check in. At this moment, I feel like the severity of the situation sort of set in because I started looking at Airbnbs again in the middle of the road and nothing was available because it was New Year's Eve. I started to panic a little bit. So I ended up just sort of sitting on the sidewalk in the middle of this road with all my stuff and just sort of sitting and just staring off into the distance. And then it started to rain, you guys. It was giving like that aunt with like the stick and the bag on the stick. I was like, there's no way I am in this situation. How did I get here? How am I alone? How come I don't have anyone around me that can help me? And how come I can't figure this out? Like, it was absolutely insane. I don't have anywhere to sleep tonight. So after like sort of just sitting in the rain and crying, I was like, I need to figure out what I'm doing because I literally will be sleeping on the street tonight if I don't figure this out pretty soon. Mind you, my phone's also dying, so I'm like, okay. So I'm like, I guess I'll just try the other direction to look for the Airbnb and just see if they have a front desk and beg them to let me in. So that's what I did. I dragged all my stuff the other direction, far. I'm like sweating, it's hot. Finally, I actually find the Airbnb, so I'm like, perfect. It's like an apartment, right? I drag myself all the way over there. I get into this building and there's no front desk. In fact, it's like a hallway. It looks like the back rooms. It's kind of sketchy and freaky. There's like cockroaches around. So I'm like, even if there was a front desk, I don't really want to stay there anyway. Mind you, my phone is on like 2-3%. No plugins anywhere. I'm in the middle of this hallway in the middle of Indonesia, like nowhere to sleep. I have no one to call. It was so... Go to part 2. Being homeless in Indonesia, part 2. Basically, I was on no food, no water, no sleep for like a couple days. My body was like low functioning at this point too. So the fact that I was like stuck in this random hallway, my phone about to die, I was panicking. Lord help me, what do I do? First things first, I needed to charge my phone. I'm useless without a phone. I went to this restaurant across the street, disheveled, and like I have all my suitcases with me. They were so nice, they let me charge my phone up, trying to look at Airbnbs. All the ones in the area were booked because it's New Year's Eve. Like everyone has traveled here, so there's nowhere to go except for maybe like farther away, but like what am I gonna go deeper into Indonesia? It might be my only option, but I'm just looking through these Airbnbs. Finally, I'm like, I should just check the flights to see like what my options are. I finally see one. It is for today, like that day, New Year's Eve, but it's currently 3:45 and the flight is at 6:40. So I have to be at the airport right now, basically, if I want to make this flight. And I'm like, you know what? Should I just go for it? But didn't have enough time to like dwell on it or consider or like really even make a decision. I book a car to pick me up where I'm at, put in my credit card information, book the flight on the way to the airport. I get the confirmation email. And then my phone dies. At least they know that it's confirmed. Get to the airport, bring all my stuff. Mind you, I hadn't packed for a flight. You know how you have to put all your liquids to different, can't bring that in your carry-on? I open up all 3 suitcases and just like on my hands and knees on the airport floor. I'm also freaking out because I know that I'm running out of time. I don't even know what time it is because my phone's dead. So I'm just like dry heaving on the ground trying to organize. People at the airport were looking at me like, what even is going on? Oh my goodness. Zip up my suitcases. I rush over to the check-in desk. I'm flying with Cathay Pacific, great airline. Couldn't find the desk. What the heck? Ask someone, I'm like, where's Cathay Pacific? They're like, oh, it's this direction. Ask someone else and they're like, oh, it's this direction. I don't have time for this. Finally, I asked this one guy, I'm like, I can't find Cathay Pacific. Like, where is it? And the guy's like, oh, Cathay Pacific closed. Guys, I had kept it together pretty well up until this point, but I just started bawling. No, You cannot tell me I just spent $1,300 on a flight. My phone's dead, stranded at the airport. I missed the flight. I just need to get home. And I just start crying, and I feel so bad for this poor guy. He's looking at me like, okay, like, we can go see if we can try to get you in. Like, maybe they're still taking people. So, like, rushes me over. He comes with me, and he comes over to the desk. 2 of the 3 desks closed, but 1 more was still, like, just finishing up. So I was the last person to check in. Weighed the bags. They were too heavy, so I had to reopen them and reorganize. Do you have your boarding pass? No, my phone's dead. They're like, okay. I made it, you guys. First flight was 7 hours. It was to Hong Kong. 10-hour layover. 11-hour flight from Hong Kong to San Francisco. They didn't get the bags off the plane in time. Ended up missing my connecting flight to Vancouver. I got another rebooked flight from San Francisco back to Canada. And once my mom picked me up, I couldn't think, I couldn't talk. She was asking me, like, if I'm okay, like, what even happened. I don't even know. Like, that was like a fever dream. That's all to say. That is what happened. That was a fiasco. I think it was honestly like a character building moment. I would love to go back to Bali at some point. I love Bali. I just need to go back when I'm able to function fully. Now back to my regular scheduled content. Love you guys.
So anyway, she moves in. Guys, I got the perfect setup. I got a 3-bed villa. I got a pool. What could go wrong, right? I'm working. I'm grinding. I have a girl to bring me coffees, all this stuff. Week and a half in, disrespect. Small little things that should not be brought up as issues. Oh, I don't like the way you said something. I don't care. Don't you see I'm trying to save my family's bloodline? I'm trying to retire my parents. I'm trying to feed my grandkids. I don't got time to talk about these things. Anyways, basically, I felt my peace getting eroded. I felt like that uncomfortableness that I actually enjoyed while I was leveling up and grinding was starting to dissipate a little bit. I felt like I had to make my personality smaller. And a week and a half in, I told her, I said, look, basically you got like 2.5 weeks. This isn't going to work. I'm sorry, I know you moved across the world. I know you sold everything, but this is not going to work. And I will help you, book a flight home, or you can stay here, get an Airbnb, whatever you got to do, but you can't live with me. Anyways, we chat, we talk, it goes on for a couple days. Ended up letting her stay. We'll get back together. Oh, don't worry, we'll get back together. I let it drag on. It just got worse. And then I said, you know what, enough is enough. You have to go, boom, out the door. See you later. All the best. And in that period of 2.5 weeks, it was an absolute fucking nightmare. I couldn't get work done. I couldn't focus. Felt like I was walking on eggshells around this unregulated, emotionally creature. And guys, that was only 2.5 weeks that I made that mistake, that I wasn't ruthless enough. It was too uncomfortable because she moved across the world. All of these exterior factors that I thought it was okay to wait a little bit. Some guys get in relationships and do that for 20, 30 years. And this is the hardest lesson that most men never even learn. Because it's difficult to do in the moment, but it will save you years of pain. You need to be willing to walk away, regardless of what's happened, regardless of the context of the relationship. I don't care if you've been together for 25 years. I don't care if she's the love of your life from high school. If she disrespects you, if the relationship is not helping you fulfill your purpose and move you forward, you need to get rid of her. No questions asked. Any relationship that ruins your work, your mission, your training, your peace of mind, your self-respect has to be cut off. Peace is not optional. It is literally mandatory. It is the bare minimum. If she is coming to your life and she is not adding to it, especially if you're a guy that already has a life he enjoys, if you're happy alone, you're happy building, you're happy becoming the best version of yourself, if she can't come in there and just make it better by sitting there giggling, oh, you're so funny, you're the best, just helping you out, then there's no point having her. What is she actually providing other than what's between her legs? Genuinely answer me that. What is she providing? You can go outside right now on the street and get any woman you want. They all have something between their legs. What's the big deal?
That was one of the most stupid things that she could have ever done. Why didn't he come move his life and come meet you? And then you moved to be with him, and then you suffered, and then he started saying stuff like, oh, you guys heard what the guy was saying. Oh, you were this and you were that, and you were making his life this, and he told you to move out. My God. Like, I'm wondering, are women that desperate for a relationship, to do life with somebody? And before you pack your bags and you move around the world for a man, shouldn't you have thought of everything through and through? Or, and then if you were gonna move and you were just moving for yourself because you just wanted a change of environment, a change of lifestyle or whatnot, you could have moved and get your own place, and he has his own place, and then you guys would see if it works out, and then you decide to move in together. Because I won't judge her for moving in with him, but she should have done it in the right way. You get? That is what I think. But you guys, I'm going to leave you guys to do justice to the comment section and let me know what you think about this. And I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.